Hi guys and welcome back. So today I'm here with a loving little project. Today we're going to be making two cats, and when you put them together, they kiss. If you've got thinner yarn, you can always turn these into lovely little keychains. Before we get started, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to get notified every time I post a video. If you try out any of my patterns, please tag me on Instagram or send them to me by email. The links are in the description below. So let's get started. So here are all the supplies you're going to need for this project. I'm going to be using medium 4 worsted weight yarn. You can use any yarn of your choice. Depending on the yarn you pick, the size of your project will slightly vary. I also have some pink yarn. This is much thinner yarn, it's sport weight yarn. I'm going to be using this for the embroidery of the nose. I also have a pair of safety eyes with me. You're also going to need a yarn needle. Along with all of my yarn, I'm going to be using a 3.25mm crochet hook. I also have a pair of scissors, a set of safety eyes, and I also have some craft magnets. So you can pick this up in any of your craft stores. They're just tiny little magnets that look like this. And you're also going to need some stuffing. So now let's get started with the head and the body of the cat. We're going to start with the magic ring. So hold the yarn in 2 fingers and create an X at the back of your fingers. Insert your crochet hook into the bottom, pick up the top and twist, and then just pull up a loop. If you're not comfortable with the magic ring method, you can just chain 2 and start working into the second chain. Now into this magic ring, we're going to place 6 single crochets. Insert your crochet hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now tuck the tail end to close up your magic ring, and for row number 2, into each one of those stitches we're going to place 2 single crochets or an increase. Into the first one we're going to place 1 and 2. Into the next stitch again 1, 2, into the one after that 1 and 2, and you're going to do this 6 times all the way around until you have 12 stitches for this row. Now for the next row, into that very first stitch you're going to place 1 single crochet. Into the stitch after that an increase or 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. Again into the next one 1, into the one after that 1 and 2, and you're going to do this 6 times all the way around, 1, 1, 2, until you have 18 stitches for this row. Now for the next row, into the first stitch 1 single crochet, into the one after that 1 single crochet, into the following stitch 1 and 2. Again 1, 1, 1 and 2. So that's 2 single crochets followed by an increase, 6 times all the way around until you have 24 stitches for this row. Now for the next row, we're going to do 3 single crochets followed by an increase 6 times all the way around until we have 30 stitches for this row. So that's 1, 2, 3. Into the fourth stitch 1 and 2. Now for the next row, you're just going to do 1 row of 1 single crochet all the way around for 30 stitches for this row. Now in this row, we'll be forming the ears. So we're going to start with 10 single crochets. So go ahead and place your 10 single crochets. Now into the next stitch, we'll be doing a front loop half double crochet. So if you see each stitch has a V, we're just going to be picking up the part of the stitch which is facing towards us. So first you're going to yarn over, pick up the front loop, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops in the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Into the stitch after this, we're going to be doing a double crochet, a triple crochet and a double crochet all into the front loop. So again yarn over, insert your crochet hook only into the front loop, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops in the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now do a triple crochet, yarn over twice, back into the same stitch into the front loop, pull up a loop. You have 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, a double into that same front loop, yarn over, insert your crochet hook into that front loop, pull up a loop, you have 3 loops of the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That forms your first ear. Now we're going to be doing a half double crochet into the front loop of the next stitch. And now into the next 4 stitches, both into the front and back loop, just regular single crochets. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 ear's formed. Let's work on the second ear. Again a front loop, half double crochet, followed by a front loop double crochet, a front loop triple crochet, as well as another front loop double crochet, all into the same front loop. Into the next front loop, half double crochet. And now you should have 10 stitches left. Just place a regular single crochet into each of those 10 stitches. Now for the next row, we'll be placing 1 single crochet all the way around for 30 stitches. But let me show you what you need to do when you reach the ears. So place your single crochet till the point that you reach your ears, which for me is right here. This is another single crochet. Now if you remember, this is my front loop, half double crochet. So I have to pick up the stitch which I left, which is the back loop. Place my single crochet there, into the next one also there, into the next one there again, and we're back once again to our regular single crochets after this, which is right here. We're gonna go ahead and continue our single crochets like this until the point we reach the next ear, which is the one right here. Again, fold the ear back like this, go into those back loops that we left behind, here, here and here, oops, right there, and you're back doing your front loops again, and you continue placing 1 single crochet all the way around until the end. Let me show you what it looks like after you're done with this row. So if you see, we've defined the ears separately and we'll start to form the body at the back. So now these are our circles. We're going to leave the ears and just work circles around like this. Now for the next 8 rows, you're just going to place 1 single crochet around for 30 stitches for each of these rows. I just want to show you one more time how to work the area behind the ears. It'll start to get more easy once you're a row or 2 in, but let's just get to that point. So you see, I've placed a single crochet here, and now I'm going to go to the stitches which I have at the back, ignoring the ear completely so that it sticks out, and just continue placing my single crochets. And at the end of each of the rows, I should be having 30 stitches. So you see how the ear is sticking out and the body is getting formed at the back. So complete the next 8 rows and then meet me back here again. So now once you're done with your repeat rows, this is what it should look like. Now we're going to start with our first row of decreases. So you're going to do 3 single crochets, 1, 2 and 3, and now into the 4th and 5th stitch we're going to do a decrease. So if you can see, each stitch has a V. Split the first stitch, pick up the front loop, split the next stitch, pick up the front loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Let's do that again. Do your 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, split the next stitch, pick up the front loop, split the stitch after that, pick up the front loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You're going to do this 6 times all the way around until you have 24 stitches for this row. Now let's add the safety eyes. We're going to go between rows 4 and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 between these two rows. I'm just going to take my safety eyes and place them in line with the ears. So I have one here, leave about 4 stitches in the middle, right here. Once you're happy with the placement of the safety eyes, you can add the backing at the back. Now we're going to work on the nose, and for that I've threaded up some pink yarn. We're going to go between the eyes and make a little T-like shape, but the top of the T, which is the nose, we're going to go over it a few times. Once the nose is done, you're going to go into the top, right down to the bottom, just around the center, and back on the other side again to complete your nose. You have to move everything in place to make sure it's in a straight line. And then you can tuck in your ends. So now that your nose is done, this is what it should look like. Now we're going to go ahead and add the magnets. So now, depending on the strength of your magnets, you'll have to see how many you want to add. My magnets aren't very strong, plus they're pretty small, so I'm going to add 5 magnets on each side. So let me just pull out 5 magnets, and I'll tell you how I've tested this out. I've actually put the magnets on different little pieces of swatches of similar yarn and tried to join them together, and I've seen which strength works through the yarn. So for me, that's about 5 magnets. So I'm going to grab my magnets, and if you want to secure this a little bit more, and if you have small magnets like me, you'd want to take a little bit of glue. I've just taken this on the back of a pencil, smear it on the side of one of the magnets, and now just push it to the center of the face, somewhere very close to where you've placed the nose. You need to give this a couple of minutes to dry, so we're just going to leave it like this. Now once your magnets are secure, you can grab a whole bunch of stuffing, and we're going to start stuffing our cat. Make sure that you push the stuffing around the magnet as well. So the magnet stays in place right here, and you've got stuffing around. And now with every round that we do, we're going to add more and more stuffing. Now for the next row, you're going to do 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, followed by a decrease. Let's do a decrease together again. Split the first stitch, split the second stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So 2 single crochets followed by a decrease 6 times all the way around until you have 18 stitches for this row. Now for the next row, you're going to do 1 single crochet followed by a decrease, and you're going to do this 6 times all the way around until you have 12 stitches for this row. Don't forget to keep adding your stuffing as you go on. Now we're on the last row of the head and the body, so you're just going to decrease around. You'll have 6 decreases, and that will help you close up the back of your body. So complete your 6 decreases, and I'll show you how to close. Now you're going to leave a long tail that we're going to use to sew on. Snip your yarn off, pull it through, remove your stitch marker, and now we're going to sew up this little hole at the back. We're going to go through each of the stitches, front and back, and just sew this part shut. like this. And that finishes the head and the body of your cat. Now we're going to add little paws. Now we're going to start working on the little paws. So start with a magic ring with 6 single crochets. For row number 2, do 1 single crochet followed by an increase 3 times all the way around until you have 9 stitches for this row. So that's 2 and 1 single crochet and an increase 3 times. Now for the next 3 rows, you're just going to place 1 single crochet all the way around for 9 stitches for each of the rows. Now you're going to do 1 row of just 1 single crochet all the way around for 9 stitches for this row. Now once you're done, this is what it should look like. Slip stitch into the following stitch. Leave a long tail which we're going to use for sewing on. Snip your yarn off. Pull it through and make 3 more. We want 4 in total. So we have 4 little kitty paws. Let's work on the tail now. You're going to go to the back of your cat. Attach your crochet hook to one of the stitches. Just pull the yarn through. Now chain 7. And now you're going to skip the first stitch, and into each of the stitches following, you're just going to place 1 single crochet until the bottom, like this. Now once you've reached the bottom, you're going to slip stitch onto that same stitch. Grab your scissors, snip your yarn off, pull it through, and you can hide in your ends. You have a little tail ready. Once you've completed the tail, this is what it should look like. Now once you have your 4 paws ready, it's time to attach them. Let me show you how to place them. So we're going to have 2 in front like this, and then 2 at the back like that. You're going to put these on the sides. Let me show you how to sew on one of these. So I've threaded up my yarn. I'm going to go in line with my ear on the sides like this. Place the kitty paw in place, and then just do a simple stitch going into the front of the paw and then into the body. Now I haven't added any stuffing to this because I don't want these to be very hard. It's just fine the way they are. We're gonna go into the back and do the same thing again, and this should attach our first paw in place. It's secure, and that's what it looks like. Go ahead and attach the other 3. So now that you've completed one cat, this is what it looks like. Go ahead and make a second one exactly like this. Get creative, use any colors you want. So here are my 2 kissy little kitty cats ready. This project is so fun to work on, and if you've got thinner yarn, then you can even turn these into little keychains. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell icon to get notified every time I post a video. And until next time, bye bye.